into the channel, you guys. I hope everybody is doing great. Y'all, this is going to be a blackout reading. Of course, for those of you all that know, the blackout messages do come with the dream. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm not going to pull any cards for this dream. I'm just going to give you the dream. Now, it did come through as disturbing, okay? It disturbed my spirit. And I feel like I need to put a disclaimer for trigger warning out because this could trigger someone, especially someone who has lost a small child, okay? So if that's you, you may want to click off this video or you may want to stay. I don't know. But let me give you the message. So in this dream, I was excited. I was excited about a new relationship, a newfound relationship. And I was introducing this partner to my family and my friends. And in the dream, I had a small daughter, and even she was excited. My daughter ended up liking this guy because he was like a part of some type of group that did dances, okay, like choreographed dance, okay. And she too loved to dance, so she was very much excited to be a part of his group and them to accept her, and she loved it. And so it just so happened that I had purchased a gift for this new partner that I was with. And as I purchased this gift, I went to go pick the gift up. Well, when I went to pick the gift up, and it was actually, it was like the gift was a live photo, okay, where it would play, but it played as a video. And the video was of me, and I think I know it was me. I can't remember what I was doing, but it would move. I want to say an animal, a pet was involved. And like me and the pet were like, I picked the pet up like and gave it a kiss and then, like danced a little bit and then put the pet back down in the video that like showed on this little photo, little picture frame. Okay. But it was a live picture frame. And so anyway, I went to where I had purchased it from to pick it up. And it was from a friend. I went to pick it up. And then I wanted to show it to my family. Now, it was interesting because in my dream, me and my family, we lived right next door to each other. So it's like there were three houses. There was my house, and then my sister's house next to me, and then our mother's house. And so I was going over to my sister's house. I wanted to show off this new gift that I had purchased for my new friend or my new partner, my new boyfriend. Okay. And so I went to my mom's thinking that my sister was there, but she wasn't. My mom was like, no, she's at home. She's at her house. She's not feeling good. So I was like, okay. So I went in and I don't know, in the dream, I just knew she was battling cramps. Y'all women know how it is when you have cramps for that time of the month. And she was laying in the bed and her back was hurting. She was twisting and turning. And so I just rubbed her back for her. And I was like, sis, I came over here to show you this gift that I got for my boyfriend. And she was like, okay, all right. I'm just hurting right now. So I was like, I know, I'm going to rub your back. So I rubbed her back, her lower back for her. And the pain started to subside. Now, in this dream, in addition to my little girl in the dream, there was a little boy that belonged to my sister. He was maybe between the ages, and this little boy is highly significant. He is between the ages of like, I'm going to say between the ages of like 3 up to maybe like 4 or 5. Okay. And he was my nephew. So if you have a nephew, the age of like between the ages, I'm going to say even 2 to 5. Okay. Little short guys, right? Little short babies. But the ones that love to follow you around everywhere you go. Well, that's how this little boy was with me in my dream. He was my nephew and he loved to follow me and my little girl around everywhere we went. And it's like we couldn't turn a corner without him being right there with us. And we loved that about him. The little boy, because his identity is significant. I saw him so vividly. He was a chocolate little baby, and he was a little. He had a little fade haircut. He didn't have like a lot of hair, right? He just had a fade haircut. And he was a little guy. He was little, but he was so sweet, and everybody in the neighborhood loved him in my dream. And so he was a little thick. He wasn't like overweight, but he was just a little solid little boy. Okay. And anyway, it just so happened that he wanted to go with me over to my sister's once I left my mom's, because it seems like he spent a lot of time with my mom in my dream. And I was like, no, we're just going to run over here. We'll be right back. Right. And so me and my little girl, we run next door. Like I said, we go and we see sister. We want to show her this gift that I bought for my boyfriend. So anyway, next thing you know, as I'm in there rubbing my sister's back, we hear gunshots. And as I heard this gunshot go off, I knew immediately something was wrong. And the first thing I said was, and whatever the little boy's name, for some reason, the name Butter is coming up. I was like, where's Butter? And even my sister, like her cramps went out the window. She jumped out of the bed and she's like, where's Butter? We both like had the same thought. So we take off running outside, and I'm running out the door first, and I'm running, I'm booking it next door over to my mom's. And I'm like, where's Butter? And everybody's looking with this sad look on their face. And Butter is laid on the porch. He's on the steps to the porch to my mom's house in my dream. And he's looking, and he has tears coming out of his eyes. He's laying on his back. His eyes are wide open. And I'm like, Butter, what's wrong? What's wrong, Butter? And he doesn't say anything. And everybody's just looking, and they're kind of like stunned. Like the look, it just was like they were stunned. And some of them were sobbing. Some were covering their mouth like, oh my God. And I just was like, what the fuck? What Butter? Like, get up, Butter. And so I picked him up. And when I picked him up, he wrapped his arms and his legs around me. And I said, it's okay. It's okay, Butter. I was like, Auntie got you. And I began to hum. I hummed like as if I was an old woman. Like, y'all know them old Southern women that can hum from their gut, just, you know what I'm saying? Like that good old Southern hum. Y'all, I hummed. And as I was holding him, I put my hand below the gunshot that was in his torso that had it entered in through his stomach and went out his back. And I held him below, like on his bottom, but my other hand was on his back, and I could feel his heartbeat. I could feel it still beating, and I was like, Butter, it's gonna be okay. And I just kept humming, and I kept humming, and I was crying, and I was humming, and the next thing you know, I felt his heartbeat stop as I held him. Now, by now, my sister, she's approaching, and she's just sobbing. She's like, oh my God, she's just like, just giving a mother's reaction to her child being shot. She's like, oh my God. And I'm holding Butter. I won't let him go. And I'm just like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And I felt his heart stop in my hands. And the moment that I did, I pulled him away from my chest, and I leaned his upper body into his mom's arms, which she was standing in front of me. And I was still holding on to him, and she was holding on to his head and his upper body. And we sobbed and we cried. And I woke up in such a sorrow. I woke up in such just a heartache. And I don't even know who this baby is. I don't know who this message is for, but I feel like the warning was, watch out for your children. Watch out for your the small ones, the little ones. Pay attention to your kids. I don't know if you live in an area that's prone to gun violence. I don't know if you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know if you're somewhere minding your business and you're not in the wrong place at all. And this, you know how they say bullets have no names on them. I need y'all to just pay attention to y'all's children. I don't know what this is, y'all, but I know that my dreams be prophetic. So all I can do is tell you my dream, and all I can do is ask for you guys to protect, watch out for your little ones, please. All right? Please. this is what I have for you guys. I hope that you guys, I don't even want to say that I hope you enjoyed the message. I just hope that this message reached whoever it was supposed to reach. Hopefully, something that I've said resonates with you so that it will sound off an alarm when you're near these little children. Please, please, please pay attention to your kids. That's what I have.